Hey, you guys. Hey, it's Coach. We're here on Mypace. Let's see, lesson number or task number 4 in unit number 1. What skills do you currently possess? And so we'll learn here a big deal with Mypace is the difference between skills and abilities. You'll hear it over and over again. The biggest difference between skill and abilities, we all have abilities. We were born with abilities. We have the ability to walk. We have the ability to think. We have the ability to jump and run. I have an ability to rap, if I wanted to. But that doesn't necessarily make it a skill. Skills are trained. You can run, but do you run well? Do you know how to run? Do you know the ergonomics of running? I can rap, but can I rap well? So skills are things that are developed, and that's one of the things. These are some things that we want to develop while here at Job Corps. We want to develop skills. That's what the certifications are saying. When you give somebody a certification of yours with your name on it, you're saying, I have the skills to do this. If I can walk up and say, hey, I have the ability to be a construction worker, that don't help me as a construction business. I need someone with the skills, because just because you have the ability to drill something don't mean you know how to do it. That just means you know how to hold the drill. So we want to provide skills so that we're more marketable in the job site. Okay. So what skills do you currently possess? If we'll look at our bell ringer, you'll see a basic skills list, and you'll see at the top you strongly agree, somewhat disagree, or strongly disagree with the questions. Let's look at the basic skills content. Reading comprehension. I can understand written sentences and paragraphs in work-related documents. So if I give you a piece of paper and I say, hey, go left, go right, go up, go down, can you comprehend what I just said? Some people might say, hey, go right, go left, and then go the wrong way. If you agree that you're good at that, then put that as a skill. Active listening. I can give full attention to what other people are saying, take time to understand the points being made, ask questions as appropriate, and do not interrupt at inappropriate times. Now, this might seem basic. This seems like, oh, of course I can. But a lot of people can't. A lot of people don't have the skill set to sit down and listen. Matter of fact, I'm sure that a lot of you right now are looking at this like, oh my God, won't he shut up? I can't do this. And I understand that. I probably feel the same way. But you understand, you're getting paid to be bothered. Okay, you're getting paid to focus. So when you go to a job site, there are times you may not be interested in what's going on, but you're getting paid as a skill to listen actively. Writing. I can communicate effectively in writing as appropriate for needs of the audience. Some people don't like to write. Writing and typing will be the same thing as data entry. Some people don't like doing that. You can mark here if you agree or if you disagree. Speaking. I can talk to others, convey information effectively. Personally, this is my strength. I enjoy speaking. I'm not afraid to do it, but I don't like writing. Writing and documentation, organization is just not me. I would strongly disagree. But speaking, I would strongly agree. Mathematics. I can use mathematics to solve problems, or science. I can use scientific rules and methods to solve problems. So for those answers, you can just put agree or disagree, or in the middle. The process, critical thinking. I can use logic and reasoning to identify the strengths and weaknesses of alternative solutions, conclusions, or approaches to problems. Are you a critical thinker? Some people just want to see what it is and then use that. So if I say, hey, I need you to build me a building, I need to give you a picture of the building and you'll go build it. Or some people will be like, hey, I want to build it and I want it to look like this, but they don't give you the dimensions. You have to be a critical thinker to go into that. Strongly agree or disagree. Active learner. I can understand the implications of new information for both current and future problem solving and decision making. Are you an active learner? Are you learning from me right now? Ask yourself this, and then just be honest with yourself. Right now, is what I'm talking to you, are you even listening? Do you even care about what I'm saying? Like, does it apply to you? Like, you're not getting paid right now, so is it worth it to you to listen to what I'm saying? It's a skill. If you are listening to what I'm saying and you are paying attention, then I'd like to let you know that that's a skill set. Your ability to listen to me, even when you're bored, gets you paid in the long run. Okay? And so I want you to ask yourself, are you good at that or not? And if you're not, you may need to get better, because we still have a lot of lessons to go, right? Learning strategies. I can select and use appropriate training, instructional methods, and procedures when learning or teaching new things. This is awesome. Learning strategies is the key to 2020 because what we're doing right now is a learning strategy. Are you able to teach somebody over a video? Are you able to call, to write? Are you able to use new and innovative ways to be successful? Some people can't. Personally, when it comes to cell phones, I think when it comes to Bluetooth, I'm not very good at Bluetooth. My mom, she doesn't do Facebook because you get to a certain age where you can't get into those strategies. But if you're young and you know how to use social media and you know how to go on the fly and do new things, that is a skill set. All right, monitoring. I can monitor, assess, and performance of me, other individuals, or organizations to make improvements or take corrective action. When you have the mindset to look over things and to monitor and to document, that is a skill set. That's what a manager does. That's what a supervisor, that's what an auditor does. Those are great positions, and that is a skill set. Cross-functional skills, social perceptiveness. I am aware of others' reactions and understand why they react as they do. That is key. A lot of people don't have empathy or are able to identify with others. It's a skill set to be able to identify and know how others are feeling, and that can get you paid. Coordination. I adjust my actions in relation to others' actions. Coordination is important. Spacing, things of that nature. Persuasion. I can persuade others to change their minds and behavior. That is a skill. If you can do that, that is a big skill, especially if you're in the sales market. Negotiation. I can bring others together and reconcile the differences. That is a management skill. You need negotiation. Instructing. I can teach others how to do something. Hey, that's me. If you want to be a teacher or an instructor, that is a great skill set, and you need to mark that. Service orientation. I actively look for ways to help people. Customer service is a huge market. Anytime you're selling something or dealing with something, you got to know how to deal and sell to the customer. Complex problem solving. Can you solve complex problems? Now this is huge because if you can't, then people can't go any farther with you. Okay? So like if you say, hey, all I do is go on a line and I create and I just do an assembly line, then that anybody can do that. A robot can do that. But when you can figure things out, complex situations, companies will pay you more because you can become more valuable. Technical skills, operation analysis. I can analyze customers' needs and product requirements to create a design. Design and creation is a skill. If you're able to create things, if you're able to visualize things and bring them into being, you need to write that down as a skill. Technology design, I can generate or adapt equipment and technology to serve customers' needs. That's a skill. You can take a piece of paper and make the piece of paper and fold it and work it and give it to a customer for a need. That's a skill. Equipment selection, I can determine the kind of tools and equipment needed to do a job. That's a skill. Being able to use the tools that are given to you is a skill. Installation, I can install equipment, machines, wiring, and programs to meet specifications. That is a skill. I'll give you a quick testimony. I used to work for the government out at the foreign embassy in Washington, D.C. And my job as a computer technician, believe it or not, I used to go through every office and just make sure that the monitors and the computers were plugged into the hole. And it was green in the green and blue in the blue. And I had to do that for like 500 computers a night. I just go in, I plug the green in the green and the blue in the blue. And I got paid $15 an hour for that. And it was amazing to me at the time, like, I can't believe this is a job. But there are many jobs that seem easy to you, but it's difficult to others. That's why we have to embrace our skills. Programming, I can write computer programs for various purposes. If you are good with computers and you can write code, you are a valuable individual. Operation monitoring, I can watch gauges, dials, or other indicators to make sure a machine is working properly. Being able to monitor anything is valuable because that means you're aware, that means you care. That's good for people, not flight attendants, but air traffic control, any type of monitoring systems. That's big. Operation and control, I can control operations of equipment and systems. That's good, knowing how to operate equipment. Equipment maintenance, I can perform routine maintenance on equipment, determine when and what kind of maintenance is needed. Maintenance is huge. Anytime something breaks down, you always need somebody to fix it. The more complex things you can fix, the more valuable you are. Troubleshooting, I can determine cause of root errors and decide what to do about it. Troubleshooting is important. That's a critical thinking situation. If you are able to solve things, Rubik's Cubes, puzzles, things like that, that is a valuable skill. Repairing, I can repair machines or systems using the appropriate tools. Any type of mindset, if you repair things around the house and fix things, that is a skill. Quality control analysis, I can conduct tests and inspections of product, service, and processes to evaluate quality. If you have an eye for quality, if you know when something looks good, if you know how to dress, believe it or not, if you know how to clean up, that is a skill. System skills, judgment and decision making. I consider the relative costs and benefits of potential actions and choose the most appropriate use. If you know how to make good choices, say yes to this and no to that, that is a skill. Systems analysis, I can determine how a system should work and how changes in conditions, operation, and environment will affect outcomes. Systems analysis is what bosses are made of. If you're able to look at a system and analyze what makes it great, that means you're able to build businesses, help businesses grow. That becomes huge in the marketing. Okay, system evaluation, I can identify the measures or indicators of system performances and the actions needed to improve or correct performances relative to the goals of the system. That is a major system. That is a major skill. If you're able to look at what's going on with people, evaluate them, give them the tools to fix themselves, that's what big money is made of. So listen, find these skills, no matter where you graduated from, no matter what you think you're good at, go ahead, mark strongly agree or strongly disagree with these skills. At the end of the day, we want to write down which skills we chose, okay, and just be honest about it, and that's going to put us where we need to be. Now, I need you to go and find your most recent work experience. If you have had a job, you can go find that information. They want to ask you here to put your information, who was your supervisor, the phone number, all the information about your older position, and we'll use this information to build your resume. Your resume will be powerful. We want to make sure that it's impactful, and we get you a good job trade match in the future. So go ahead and do 4. Enjoy the process, and send me a comment or whatever when you're done, and we'll move on to the next.